Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the fall address. In the back, if you guys want to, we have some seats up here. We'll get started. All right, well, thank you and welcome everybody to our second annual Fall Welcome Address. We're really excited to have you here. For those I haven't gotten to meet yet, my name is Ken Masenchi. I'm the Vice President of Marketing and Communications here at KGI. Today's event provides us an opportunity to reflect on the Institute's accomplishments over the past year and look ahead to what's in store for us this year. And so today you'll hear from our new Student Government President, Rayaya Kimball, our Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs, Megan Prosser, and of course our President, President Abousalem. But before we begin, we have to get hyped. So we have a hype video, and then we will get started with the remarks. So enjoy the video.
In the nearly 30 years since its founding, Keck Graduate Institute started as an experiment of one program and an initial cohort of 28 students. We are no longer an experiment. The impact of KGI on society is real. KGI develops the life sciences and healthcare professionals who are leading, uplifting, and healing our communities near and far. We're very proud of the programs and the value we offer to our community and our society, and we're working hard to bring the value of KGI to the whole world. We are uniquely positioned to address the needs of industry now and in the future. Our alumni are the leaders of biotechnology and healthcare who are making integral care accessible and affordable for the world. Together, let's embrace our future with enthusiasm, positivity, and intent. KGI is indeed a remarkable place with remarkable people.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Rayaya Kimball, a second-year human genetics and data analytics student at KGI. I'm also the student body president, and it's truly my pleasure just to welcome you to our beautiful community. Over the past year, I've had the privilege of being a part of this family, and I don't use the word family lightly. In all honesty, graduate school is demanding because it pushes you intellectually, emotionally, and at times even spiritually. Luckily, the foundation of KGI is that this path isn't walked alone, it's shared. Whether it's a professor that takes an extra 30 minutes to explain a concept, or a classmate who becomes your study partner, and eventually your lifelong friend. This culture is maintained by KGI because it shows us what it looks like when the student experience is the main priority. Our initiatives foster a campus of true belonging and opportunities that provide us, keep us on the cutting edge of innovation. These collaborations aren't just doorways to careers, they're invitations to imagine realities that are bigger than ourselves. So someone who sees the promise of our students is our president, Dr. President Abousalem, who has shown us in just 1 year his unwavering commitment to nurturing our growth and our potential. This is a plus for us because leadership here trickles down, creating an environment where we as students know that our voices matter and that our development is pivotal to this institution's mission. When I think about what it means to be a part of an institution like KGI, I think about the transformations that we undergo here. Yes, we gain the technical expertise and the professional knowledge, but what I've seen more drastically is how this institute draws out the power we already possess within us. It reveals the strengths we didn't know we had and encourages us to acknowledge and support those strengths in one another as well. That effect stays with us as we go out into the world, always remaining a Beaker Bee at heart. So, My hope for all of our students this year is that you embrace every challenge, knowing that you have community standing beside you. Lean into those opportunities to collaborate, ask those hard questions, and take those risks that do feel uncomfortable, because that's where you're going to experience the most growth. And with that, it's my honor to introduce someone else whose guidance and leadership also shapes the direction of this school, our provost, Dr. Megan Prosser. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Riaya. I want to extend a warm welcome to faculty, staff, students, alumni, partners, donors, and guests to our wonderful institution. As the Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs here at KGI, I have the honor of overseeing our 3 schools, the Office of Research, Innovation, and Strategic Engagements, the Office of Academic Effectiveness and Faculty Development, the Division of Student Affairs, and our Admissions and Outreach team. Last year proved to be instrumental in strengthening KGI's foundation in academics, student experience, research, and admissions. We continue to offer unique and innovative academic programs that are woven tightly with industry and healthcare systems in mind to ensure that our students have the hands-on experience to thrive in their careers. We've established our faculty development and educational effectiveness strategic plans to enrich our faculty as they provide a world-class educational learning environment across 13 programs. Our students are supported through our student affairs operations with an emphasis on holistic support of our outstanding Beaker Bees. We have increased our research focus and successfully navigated multiple accreditation processes. We've enhanced our approach to student recruitment and outreach while continuing to offer high-touch experiences for prospective students. All of these achievements have pushed us forward. While I know there is still much more work to be done, I am confident we are putting the systems, processes, and people in place to make Keck Graduate Institute the premier institution in biotechnology and healthcare. Now I am excited to turn it over to President Abousalem, who has truly spearheaded KGI's push to elevate excellence across the Institute. His leadership over the past year has opened doors to new partnerships, new possibilities, and new heights for KGI. Thank you, President Abousalem, for your leadership, and I look forward to continuing to partner with you as we embark on a new academic year.
Thank you, Megan. Thank you, Riaya. And thank you, everyone, for being here today. These first few days of the new academic year have been buzzing with incredible energy and enthusiasm, and pun is intended. We are Beaker Bees after all. I want to acknowledge our special guests, Mayor Corey Kalaikai with us here, our esteemed Board of Trustee members, and friends of the Institute here in person and on live stream. Last September, when I gave my first Keck Graduate Institute fall address, I shared my bold vision. I spoke about our incredible potential and highlighted our high aspirations and desires for our journey as an institution. What unfolded in the years since then has been truly remarkable. The dedication of the KGI community is a strength that is building up this unique and powerful institution. I said then that we need sunglasses because our future is bright. So I sure hope you still have your sunglasses handy, because I believe it's only getting brighter. Today, I am excited to share with you highlights from the last academic year and this summer, as well as discussing where we are today and where we go from here. Throughout all of it, I hope it is abundantly clear that this is a new KGI. We are no longer an experiment, no longer a startup, no longer trying things out. We are a maturing institution with a strong resolve to win. And with the maturity comes responsibility to be bold, strategic, and united as we elevate excellence together. Last year, I laid out 4 institutional priorities to guide our collective efforts: advancing academic excellence, enhancing the student experience, accelerating institutional maturity, and elevating the KGI brand. These priorities were not just aspirations, they became our roadmap. And I'm very proud to say we have made real progress on every front. We have made tremendous strides across all areas of the Institute, affirming our identity as a nimble, forward-thinking leader in higher education. From research and philanthropy to academics and student success, we have strengthened the foundation for a vibrant future. Let's begin with the priority of advancing academic excellence, the heart of any great institution. We have been fulfilling our accreditation journeys with glowing success. Our Master of Science in Physician Associate Studies, or MSPA program, completed the ARC-PA site visit and maintained provisional accreditation, and graduated its first cohort with an impressive 95% first-time pass rate on the PANCE exam, and 100% of those graduates are employed. Wow. Our Occupational Therapy Doctorate, or OTD program, completed the ACOTE site visit and attained full accreditation for the maximum possible period of 7 years, and is also currently celebrating 100% professional certification on first attempt of its inaugural graduates who took the MBCOT exam as more continue to take it. Our Master of Science in Human Genetics and Genetic Counseling, or MSGC program, had a remarkable board pass rate of 85%, which is well above the national average. And we completed and submitted the WASC self-study report in preparation for the site visit for accreditation renewal. That report was an enormous undertaking and truly demonstrates our academic excellence and speaks volumes about the strength of our entire academic operation, starting with the faculty front and center, augmented by the tireless efforts of our staff. But it's not just outcomes, it's momentum. We expanded educational access. This year, 18 asynchronous courses are now available across our MBM and MCHA programs, allowing working professionals and students in other programs the flexibility they need to succeed. We just released the KGI Academic Catalog for the first time ever, and we have introduced several new faculty development trainings, including Teaching and Learning Academy, Scholarship of Teaching and Learning Workshop, Exam Writing Workshop, and Grants Workshop. On the research front, this past year alone, our faculty doubled their research grant proposal submissions, demonstrating their ambition and determination. The Rick School Research Symposium convened over 200 participants, a multidisciplinary showcase of student and faculty research, which reflected not only the depth of our programs, but our growing influence beyond campus, welcoming nearly 30 attendees from industry, academic institutions, and nonprofit organizations. We also have made major strides in building academic and corporate partnerships domestically, and we are engaging with several international institutions to assess our options for collaboration. And to truly embrace the artificial intelligence revolution for the benefit of our students, we are advancing our integration of AI through the cross-functional AI steering committee that we launched to guide us on AI curricula, research, technologies, and operations, with the goal of preparing students for a future where AI is central to health and life sciences. These are indeed signs of a growing institution hungry to elevate excellence. Turning to enhancing the student experience, we listened carefully and we acted, In partnership with student housing management company, Oasis reached 100% occupancy. And beyond the numbers, students are sharing with me time and time again their full satisfaction with the living arrangements at Oasis and how it is contributing to their strong sense of belonging to KGI. We have given focus to student wellness programs, resulting in noticeable enhancement and increased use of the wellness room, the food pantry, and the clothes closet. And we hired a dedicated international student advisor to specifically improve our support for international students. We've also improved campus services, including adding a micro-food market in the Chang Cafe and bringing food trucks on site weekly to create a livelier environment. That kind of community building helps retention, wellness, and academic performance, and it makes us stronger financially. Most importantly, we built a more open, collaborative relationship with our student government. I meet monthly with our student government president. My cabinet meets semesterly with the entire student government, and we listen to their experiences and recommendations, and we act on them. Student government also has done its share of elevating the experience of our students in so many areas, including the establishment of the Student Conference Scholarship Fund, which is now an area of focus for our advancement team to expand and grow. That's what a student-centered institution looks like, and we will not stop there. As we work to accelerate our institutional maturity, we've taken important steps, building up from the foundation into a future of growth and fiscal sustainability. Starting with our financials, we have adopted a pragmatic and responsible forecasting process that is rooted in sensible cost reduction, deliberate revenue growth, and most importantly, accountability at all levels. We completed the purchase and sale agreement of the Vortox property, a milestone that will help us financially once the remediation work is complete and align our assets with our mission and vision for growth. We also added spring starts to some of our academic programs to provide added convenience for our students while helping us expand our revenue stream mid-year. And of course, your daily sensible expense management and cost reduction has been critical to getting us on the path to a balanced budget. I said it before, we cannot do it all by ourselves. A part of our growth will come from leveraging the support of our friends and affiliates. This past year reflected both momentum and intentionality in our efforts to build up our philanthropic engine. We raised nearly $4 million, which included transformative gifts from major donors, while revitalizing lapsed commitments and building and rebuilding donor relationships. We also had a record giving day with increased participation from faculty and staff. And just this spring, we celebrated the dedication of the Sheldon M. Schuster Campus Center and the $1 million raised to uphold that symbol of KGI's legacy and future. Also, my presidential inauguration served not only as a moment of institutional celebration, but as a key engagement opportunity with our community, including trustees, industry advisors, donors, elected officials, and partners. It was an opportunity for us to refresh our connections with our wider community. We also leaned more heavily into the expertise of our industry advisory groups, and recently launched a third group, the Healthcare Industry Advisory Board, which will elevate our programs and influence regionally and nationally. The three advisory boards are working tirelessly on a specific charge I handed to each of them to provide us with recommendations on our strategic priorities. And as our alumni engagement is beginning to deepen, from professional boot camps to conference receptions, we are reestablishing ties with our graduates. We revived our alumni council, further building up our sense of the Beaker Bee community with our small but mighty and growing alumni base of more than 2,800. And on October 3rd this year, we will launch a new annual tradition for our campus, the Bee United KGI Alumni Celebration and Distinguished Alumni Awards. This event is designed to bring our entire community together, alumni, students, faculty, and staff, to celebrate the remarkable achievements of our graduates and strengthen the bonds that make KGI so special. It is not just internal operation that is striving for maturity. Our Board of Trustees have been taking great steps to elevate the board's work and process to align with this growing institution. For example, the board established a new Advancement and Marketing Committee to help guide and enhance our long-term fundraising infrastructure. The board also welcomed and continues to welcome new trustees who bring impressive professional backgrounds and enthusiasm and passion for the KGI of tomorrow. Honestly, the engagement that I'm experiencing with our trustees is refreshing and brings me enthusiasm, motivation, and joy. Also, throughout the course of last year, we made concerted efforts to connect with our elected officials at the city, county, state, and federal levels. And we are seeing the fruit of those efforts in ways that are expanding our reach, robustifying our partnerships, and advancing our mission. Thank you, Mr. Mayor, for all your support. This also extended to our membership in the Claremont Colleges Consortium. We have placed emphasis on strengthening our partnership within the consortium to support our growth. We connected with faculty from other Claremont colleges to open the doors for them and for their students to collaborate with our faculty on research and student projects. We want the 5C students to know about KGI and consider it as an option for their graduate education. Also, the Cabinet is collaborating with the leadership of the Claremont Colleges Services, Inc., or TCCS, to go back to utilizing TCCS services that KGI pulled out of in the past, mostly due to financial reasons. It is important to be a full member of the consortium, both operationally and strategically, and I'm very encouraged by my fellow Claremont College presidents' collaborative approach and TCCS's flexibility in service delivery. And like established and mature academic institutions, and for the first time in the history of this institution, we formally recognize 10 of our outstanding professors as endowed professors at the Presidential Investiture Ceremony in February, and we set out goals and objectives for each of them to help expand KGI's potential and their own professional capacities. That's a big step forward in the maturation of our academic operation, both in how we recognize our faculty talent and also in how we do it. And we are not stopping there. The advancement team is actively pursuing additional professorships to support our academic excellence with the much needed sustainable resources. Operationally, we invested time and effort in fortifying our work environment with policies and procedures and enhancing the support of our workforce with several initiatives, including the launch of the leadership training for all supervisors and the initiation of a compensation study to develop clear, structured, and equitable compensation models. Also, as a step toward maturity, we welcomed our first in-house legal counsel, Gus Boothman. In addition to his primary role of providing legal advice that is specific to KGI and reducing our legal expenses, Gus will lead us in building our institutional legal knowledge base as we refresh and create new policies and standard operating procedures that will ensure we are optimizing our practices for the present and future. As I think about our institutional maturity, I know that every one of you has a big role to play, and I thank you for it. All of you contribute daily with enthusiasm and commitment to our renewed direction and growth. All of you also contribute to major operational policy and program changes that affect you directly, with the conviction that it will all help with our institutional financial sustainability over the coming years. Thank you for your commitment. I also think about those tasked with leading these efforts. I'm proud of our senior leadership team, our University Leadership Council members, and our cabinet, not just for their leadership, but for their ability to work together and their commitment to making KGI better every day. A big part of that commitment is their fostering of a culture of accountability and their passion for continuous improvement. That commitment is the basis for the launch of the 360-degree evaluations of our cabinet and academic leadership team for the first time at KGI, so that all of you get the opportunity to give your feedback on the job we are doing, starting with our provost, whose 360 review will commence this fall. Finally, regarding elevating the KGI brand, we've made major strides in bringing consistency and a strong voice to our identity and visibility. Personally, my favorite addition to the brand is our lovable Beaker B. Since Beaker's first appearance on February 13th, I have seen a deeper connection to the Institute that spans our students, faculty, staff, and alumni. Additionally, we have reimagined how we talk about KGI, from our how I found my why at KGI, that was a mouthful, and finding belonging video series, to our elevated approach to social media, to strong strategic changes and how we advertise digitally in the world. We recently placed billboards at kiosks at community colleges in the region and California State University campuses to share about our programs, and we have had a commercial playing at LAX and John Wayne airports for the past 6 months, boosting our visibility in high-traffic areas. Our website migration last year has made our digital presence a strength and continues to evolve to meet the needs of users. Finally, we have launched the Rankings and Classifications Committee to explore how we can enhance our opportunities to rise in rankings that provide a third-party stamp of approval that prospective students often look for. As you can tell, we don't want to stop at being ranked the #3 best master's degree program in the nation by Intelligent.com. It has been a powerful year. Wow was right. It has been a powerful year for all of us at KGI, and we have been going fast, and we continue to see our success on the horizon, and it is getting closer. Let me share with you where we are today to assure you of our great progress. Thanks to all your efforts in expanding our revenue streams and reducing our expenses, we reduced the fiscal year 25 deficit from $4 million to $2.65 million. While continuing to invest in priorities that matter. For example, now more than 75% of our degree-seeking students receive some form of merit or need-based funding, and our international student loan program remains one of the most unique in the country, underscoring our global reach. This basically means that without sacrificing our priorities, with this reduced deficit, we bought ourselves a longer financial runway while we continue our efforts toward growth and maturity. The efforts that have led to admitting 265 students this fall semester, one of the largest fall cohorts in the history of this institution. This is all because of the tremendous collaboration amongst all members of our campus community. In fact, let me spend a few minutes here to brag about you. Take our flagship program, the Master of Business and Science, or our MBS. I see Steve there in the audience. When I arrived last year, the sentiment was that the program was facing external competitive pressures and internal cannibalization by other programs and concentrations. Our faculty and staff stepped up and enhanced the curriculum, responded to market needs, and elevated our admissions and outreach efforts, leading to us admitting 34 students in the program this fall, way above the target we had set out for ourselves. Mind you, the final count is still subject to some student visa delays, but the point still stands. PharmD is another example. A few months ago, our PharmD enrollment outlook was so bleak in relation to our target. But the coordinated efforts between our PharmD faculty and the admissions team over the past few months alone yielded a smashing success. With commitment, alignment, and a shared strategy, we surpassed our goal and are proud to welcome 41 new PharmD students this fall. Now that's what a maturing institution looks like. So where do we go from here? We have a 5-year forecast that we stand behind as a leadership team, which includes all revenue elements such as enrollment by program, philanthropy, grants and contracts, and other revenue streams, as well as assumptions on expenses based primarily on headcount forecast and inflation. If all works well and as planned, we get to a surplus budget in 3 years. But we cannot count on everything working well and as planned. There are always risks, unexpected circumstances, and timelines that are longer than desired. Take the ever-rising operational expenses like healthcare costs and deferred maintenance, for example, or the uncertainty in international enrollment due to challenging visa conditions for a variety of reasons. Think of philanthropy, which in itself is a science and art. The development cycle of prospects is long, as we must earn the trust of our community before they are ready to contribute to KGI, whether it's individuals or corporations. In other words, we do not have a guarantee or even a crystal ball to know exactly how the future will unfold to build a risk-free plan around it. The only way we can mitigate those risks is to aim higher than our plans, seek targets that exceed our forecasts in every area of operation, and plan to overachieve. That's how we can guarantee our winning, and it is a team effort. As Mahatma Gandhi said, quote, "Be the change that you wish to see in the world," end quote. I often like to look for a word to describe the year ahead. And as I think about the next 12 months, the word opportunity resonates with me deeply. Opportunity. It's timely and powerful. It is no surprise to all that here at KGI, we are uniquely positioned in higher education. While many academic institutions are wrestling with uncertainty, we have the opportunity to lead, to serve as a model for how to stay nimble, how to continue to align and partner with industry, and how to prepare students not just for the present, but for a rapidly evolving future. In a world that's changing faster than ever, our role in workforce development has never been more important. The healthcare sector alone is projected to grow 13% through 2031. That's millions of new positions that include healthcare professions such as physician associates, occupational therapists, pharmacists, and others. And we have the opportunity to prepare students to step into these positions as leaders, innovators, and change makers. But opportunity rarely comes wrapped in comfort. It often shows up in the form of uneasiness disruption, and change. It's in those moments when the future feels uncertain that bold action makes the difference. We cannot wait to be told what's next. We create what's next. We grab those moments and we own them. So let's not settle for forecasts, goals, or targets. Let's beat them. Let's ask ourselves, how can we do better? How can we exceed expectations? How can we overachieve on this one little thing and build up to offset other areas that may be challenged at this time? Let's not only work hard, but also work fast. In our race to success, speed is not a shortcut. It's the only way to outpace risks and seize the opportunity. Embracing speed effectively is truly a team effort. I know that we can do it, and I know that we want to do it because we want to get to our bright future, which starts with this academic year. This year, we have the opportunity to take KGI to the next level, to expand our impact and strengthen the foundation of our institution for future growth. We also have the opportunity to reimagine how we educate and how we operate, to be creative, to innovate, and to challenge conventions that no longer serve our mission. This is our space. This is what KGI was built for. Which brings me to our roadmap for how we will turn this opportunity into undeniable success for KGI. The KGI Strategic Plan 2035, Elevating Excellence Together.
Keck Graduate Institute has officially launched Strategic Plan 2035, Elevating Excellence Together. Here's a quick overview of the plan. To guide the process as part of the strategic plan, the following were updated: KGI's mission, vision, and core values. The strategic plan focuses on 4 priorities, which were first unveiled as President Abousalem's vision for KGI in September 2024. These priorities are advancing academic excellence, enhancing the student experience, accelerating institutional maturity, and elevating the KGI brand. Throughout the strategic plan process, input was gathered from the Beaker Beat community, including faculty, staff, students, alumni, industry partners, and friends of KGI, through community input sessions and survey questions. This input was critical to assembling the strategic outcomes. For each strategic outcome, there are 3, 5, and 10-year goals meant to elevate the institution in those areas. Progress will be tracked annually, and since this is a roadmap, recalibration can take place when needed along the 10-year journey. Measuring success will be critical, and there are 8 key performance indicators, or KPIs, that will be utilized to gauge how KGI is doing within each goal. These 8 KPIs provide focus areas that can be tracked and reported out on. You're invited to view the entire plan on our website, including the strategic outcomes and planned goals. Let's elevate excellence together.
Our strategic plan is the skeleton for our vision, but a skeleton alone cannot move. It needs muscles to take action, it needs a brain to adapt and lead, and a heart to drive us forward. That's where each of you comes in. You are what brings our strategic plan to life. The path ahead is clear and exciting. We will continue to focus on our core priorities, but with an even greater emphasis on financial sustainability. Now, that does not mean we will stop launching new initiatives. In fact, we just received board and WASC approval for 4 new academic programs to launch as early as this spring. But it does mean that every initiative, every program enhancement must support our mission and the long-term strength of KGI. What gives me even more confidence is that even our most established programs are outperforming expectations. They continue to prove not just their relevance, but their enduring value in a fast-changing world. It takes all of us to see the value in continuously embracing the change within and around us, seek enhancements to our offerings, pursue improvements in how we do things. Our foundation is solid and our future is bright. But sustaining that future requires all of us. It requires attention, decisiveness, agility, and speed. Our faculty must continue to showcase the excellence of our programs through evolving curricula that outpace the competition in delivering what students and the industries we serve need. Our staff must continue to lead with integrity, service, innovation, and frugality to lead our operational growth. And our students must continue to engage, question, and grow to maximize the value from their KGI experience. Together, we must be bold in ideas and fast in execution. This is a new KGI. We are evolving, we are maturing, and we are capable of more. We are creating a brighter tomorrow together with the urgency and determination it demands, and I believe deeply that the best is still to come. So this is not just another academic year, this is a moment, an opportunity to shape the future of KGI. Let's take it. As Helen Keller said, quote, "Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much," end quote. Let's elevate excellence together. Thank you.
All right, so this concludes the fall welcome address, and now we invite you all to join us in the Chan Cafe for a short reception. Thanks, everybody.